All right, so I'm going to be doing a review of Venom War, the Venom-centric event that happened a couple months ago. And this was a book sent to me by my friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again, brother. And yeah, so Venom War it was by Al Ewing and part of the Al Ewing Venom run. It was basically what set up what we have now with Mary Jane as Venom. Let me say that again, Mary Jane is now Venom. Yeah, so I have not read any of as much as I love Al Ewing's work, I have never read any of Al Ewing's Venom, because I heard really mixed things about it. And also, it was really hard, as much as I love Al Ewing as a writer of, obviously, Immortal Hulk and Immortal Thor going on right now, and I'm also excited for Absolute Green Lantern, I heard really mixed things about it. I heard his Venom was not it. And also, after how good Donny Cates' Venom was, I knew they were going to continue the series, but at the same time, I was like, do I want... Because the Donny Cates' Venom is the definitive Venom for me. And I'm not even a big Venom guy. But I do like Donny Cates' Venom. And, it's always cool to read Venom stuff. I enjoy Venom as a character. I wouldn't say, oh, yeah, Venom, but he is, it's a cool character. It's a fun, Eddie Brock is a fun character, and I'm also excited, I'm really excited to read, when it comes out in trade, the Eddie Brock Carnage series, which also this spins out of. So, yeah, I have not read it, so I am let me tell you, I was completely lost reading this book. Venom War, I guess is the end of Al Ewing's Phase 1 of his Venom series. And I have to remind myself that Al Ewing wrote this, because it doesn't feel like Al Ewing at all. And I feel like I get it, too. I feel like Immortal Hulk and Thor are essentially his deep, Al Ewing, talking deep and, doing all of these comics where we talk about, political aspects and, and franchises and conglomerates and big companies and, these deep think pieces with Hulk and Thor. Venom's where he's just I'm just going to write comics. I'm just going to write dumb shit. And he does try to do, deep stuff with Venom. But, at the same time, it's very clear Venom is a character where he just gets to have fun. So, yeah, it's very clear that Venom is his fun comic. This is where he goes to just write bullshit. And I could think of no bigger bullshit than this comic. But I kind of I appreciate it and like it for the bullshit. Sometimes you just like comics being complete bullshit. Anyway, so there's a lot that happens, and if you have not read any of Al Ewing's Venom run, like me, you're lost. Anyway, So Venom War is basically the war between Eddie Brock, who has come back to find Dylan, and Dylan is going to fight his father, Eddie, because both of them got conflicting views of the future, that one of them is going to destroy the future, and they both need Venom to do it. The Venom symbiote has fucked off to go back to Peter, who has tried to jump in to help. And this all takes place in Madison Square Garden in the middle of a wrestling tournament. So that gives you, to have that, and also we have wrestling commentators in the middle of this book, that tells you what kind of event this is. It's in the middle of it's in a wrestling ring. That's where this whole story takes place. Well, all the other stuff, and it doesn't even feel like it should be an event, because we also have this villain called Meridius, who is a evil alternate timeline of Eddie Brock. Let me say that again. An evil alternate version of Eddie Brock from an alternate timeline who creates these things called zombiettes who plague the rest of the city, and that's where a lot of the tie-ins come in, because I feel like this wasn't meant to be an event. But yeah, so you have Dylan and his friends Toxin and Normie Osborn, aka Red Goblin, whose symbiote, it's revealed, was created by Kang. And we also have another symbiote, a proto-symbiote called Flexo, who had a mental image from Doctor Doom to attack Eddie Brock when needed be. There's Kang's here, Doctor Doom's here, and a lot of it is just I call shenanigans. Yeah. So I feel the zombie storyline is only for the event, for the tie-ins. which I'm gonna be honest, I do like. If I was to want to read another tie-in, I'd probably want I'd like to read, because like the zombie thing doesn't sound like eh. But I would like to read. I would like to read the when it comes out in trade, the Venom War Spider-Man tie-in that has the Lethal Protectors, as well as some other comics that tie directly to this for help. So I'd probably only want if I was to look for any of the Venom War tie-ins, it'd probably just be the Spider-Man Lethal Protectors trade that also contains like Fantastic Four and the others that help fill in the gaps with this story. Yeah. It's not even what I'd call a war. They don't reveal. Eddie and Dylan don't really talk. It's just more of like, them just kind of trying to bond back, bond as father and son. And then there's also like other symbiotes that are aspects of Eddie Brock, like Bedlam and a few others. And then we also have Carnage in the middle of this, who Meridius calls a dime store Mephisto, which that's what Carnage is. Now that one, I was fully aware of what's going on with Carnage because I've been reading the Carnage books, which were actually pretty good. Like a lot of the Carnage, when they give him a quote unquote ongoing, it's actually pretty solid. Like I didn't read Death of the Venomverse. I saw it so many times for like $5 at MegaCon. I should have picked it up. But yeah, it's basically the Carnage symbiote before this became like a god-killing monster and was split away from Cletus Cassidy. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I feel like they are every time we get new symbiote stuff, it overcomplicates the symbiote lore, and this really overcomplicates it. But again, it's just this event is not good. It's not a good story at all. Like, too much stuff jumps around, and I get, and I know someone in the comments is going to say, oh, but you didn't read the storyline. Yeah, I know. But it just kind of is like, I don't even think Al Ewing cared about doing this. Because, there's so much bullshit that happens in the storyline, and so much stuff that, and yeah, there's even, the final page, they even use, a 1-page bonus story involving Venom Horse. Because, remember, Venom 3 The Last Dance was coming out, and there was a Venom Horse. So, that gives you an indication of what this comic is. I don't know what is. So, I don't know if I can recommend this. There are things I liked about it, but also, I have to remind myself, Al Ewing wrote this? It doesn't feel like Al Ewing at all. I mean, there's things I like about it, but also, at the same time, you see, Black Widow there, and she had a symbiote for a hot minute, but she's not here. She is nowhere to be found. Also, Normie Osborn, the Red Goblin, and maybe that explains in one of the tie-ins, but he's just gone. He goes missing after revealing that his symbiote, Rascal, that's his symbiote's name, is a sleeper agent for Kang. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to say it's a pass, but there are things I like about it. There are things I like about this comic. So yeah, I hate to sound like I was ungrateful, but Chris always tells me to be honest in these reviews. So I'm going to say Venom War, it's dumb, stupid fun, but I don't know if it's worth, well, it is $18, but I would say probably get this as a bargain bin sometime in the future. Yeah, yeah. So let's see if all new Venom, when it comes out in trade, will be interesting, but we already know the mystery there. And like I said, I think the comic I'm really excited for that came out of all of this is Eddie Brock Carnage, because I've heard nothing but really, it's more it's like a Silence of the Lambs and also a Jekyll and Hyde story with Eddie trying to contain the Carnage symbiote and all of its, desires. So I'm kind of cool with that. And so I think that's going to be kind of cool. Anyway, so that's my review for Venom War. Chris, thank you once again. I know I kind of trashed this book, but as you always say, always be honest in these reviews. But yeah, Chris, bottom of my heart, I thank you for sending me this book, as well as others. And yeah, if you read Venom War, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.